Yo, I was on Stadium Goods looking for
And we
these
find
shoes.
ourselves at
I
the
didn't know
stadium
they
that played
started
host to Super
having
Bowl 52,
payment
the
plans
wondrous
for this
U.S.
shit.
Bank Stadium in
Oh
Minneapolis.
yeah,
The scene a
you
few
see these
moments
prices.
ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah,
Shit ridiculous.
some of these like new appliances, furniture. How much you can wear that on your feet or something.
And we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That's just not for me. I'm not even a fan of financing anyway, in general. I'm definitely like when it comes to furniture and stuff like that. If I can't buy it outright, then I just can't afford it. That's just in that regard. I'm definitely not financing no fucking shoes.
Yeah.
You gonna repro my shoes?
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Open here, Adam Thielen. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production.
Do you have to hold up? My thing is because how shoes are and how they value works. Do you have to pay it off before you get the shoes or what?
You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most
those
of these
aren't
guys
J's,
are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They just team Jeffrey Jordan.
Test for this defense. Here we go on
Jeffrey
3rd and
Jordan.
inches. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Down the numbers.
Let's go.
There he goes. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown.
That's David Montgomery.
And the Packers have taken the early lead.
He's from Iowa State.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 7 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Got him in. He finds Sanders.
Oh, my goodness.
31, enough for the first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, you give up a lot of momentum, you get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice
I'm going to wait till the
now.
regression hit him. And then,
what's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot.
He asking for
Do you
a
change
4-year
that up
deal.
just because you're down a touchdown?
On 2nd down, Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
So after that stop, you know that 3rd down is not a gimme if you're on the offensive team. So what are you going to do? Run it again? Or maybe you go play action and try and throw the ball and pick up the necessary yardage.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
5, 4, 6, 380.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. Left side caught by Diggs. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
That was Jimmy Smith, bum ass.
Ready, 380.
First down, Rivers. That'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown.
Unbelievable.
Stephon Diggs, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Okay.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Okay, we got you.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a pickup of 16 there that'll lead to a new set of downs. Rodgers now on first down.
He dropped it.
Flag is down in the backfield.
Oh my
Let's
goodness.
get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, bad throw there. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Elbows for me.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Hey, Delta! Set! We're okay. Okay. Set! 380! White! Set!
Now Rivers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey!
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Alpha! Hey, Delta!
From the gun, Rivers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
He takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Unbelievable.
Target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's a lot of that play you can easily see
Unbelievable.
coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up a defensive touchdown.
Lets it fly for Thielen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Hey, whistle.
Anytime
DJ.
a defense can sit back
Oh,
in a
in
zone
that.
like that,
Oh, yeah,
it
there.
tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the
Private
field.
matchmaking
Makes
is
it very
working.
hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
Yes, it really is working.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll
They
go
must
for a gain
die.
of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone.
Yeah.
1st down.
It's about fucking time.
Still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st
The
and 10
game
at
came
the
out in
14.
September, and they now doing
On
this.
1st down, Rodgers.
Yeah.
Got his man complete over the middle.
Also, they did
That's
a
Adams.
server. They did it
And
on
brought
their end.
down,
They did
but
a
not
server
before
side
reaching
update.
the 25.
And by the next patch,
11
they
more
do
yards
client
that
side to
go
probably
around, a
make it even
first down
more
as
stable.
well.
But yeah, it's
I like
working.
that one,
Everybody
Parker. They
said
go
it's working.
back to back with excellent gains.
Come
And really
on,
shouldn't be a
man.
surprise who they were
Somebody.
throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long. Wide open, Gronkowski. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Man.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same.
And the pressure
That's
gets
my
to him
fault.
again. Chris Jones in there to drop
That
him
was
and
my
sacks
fault.
on
I
first and
walked
second
right
downs
into
are gonna
that.
lead to a 3rd and long. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are. But they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Good. Zachary 90.
Handoff comes to Cook. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook.
Thank you.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash.
No, why? Get the fuck out of here.
Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the two.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Green?
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive.
I ain't never seen him cover nobody.
Again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
Oh, ain't no point.
To his left. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap. It felt like they had to try and keep him upright.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
And he'll be taken down.
Oh, I didn't get it. Get the fuck out of here.
They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short of 4th down. Their plans on 4th down.
I was going to punt anyway.
He loses 5 full yards to bring up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. He'll return it from the 6. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll power his way up near the 25. So we've reached, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this 2nd half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
That injury don't happen anymore. Like, what the hell? At least it's just a game.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
That's not what I called. Oh, my goodness.
Rivers now on 2nd down. Sanders has it over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
The Pelicans
on
Nuggets
3rd
game
down, Rivers.
a day or two. It's not tonight.
Jair, come on, man.
They needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution
Nuggets
of that defense
lost
right
like
there?
what, 4
Zone
straight?
was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like into half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what
Yo, how?
Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker board?
Yeah, those two.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Rodgers now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the 1st.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They go play action here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll go with a ground attack here. Looking for a crazy
immediate block
stopped at the line of
by
scrimmage.
everyone.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
It is ridiculous.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Daniil Hunter in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
319's an honor.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the 2nd half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They start the drive with Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Tackle made there by Nick Perry.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So they get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. Second down, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
To throw is Rivers. Flush to his right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
What?
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now they try the right side here. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground.
They are the people one.
Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will.
All my
first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have.
I didn't know. Somebody said that they intentionally.
Yeah, that's why I brought.
He can be a little bit more careful.
I noticed the reduction in points.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
About how the black models are created specifically for Black Friday.
Rodgers
they're
again
kind
here
of
on
left.
2nd and 10. Pressure coming
Or
from
they
the
like they short
Vikings, and
change.
they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Yeah.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 626.
Shotgun now for
I didn't know you
Rodgers.
could take time.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Rough Riders.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Being chased out left.
Yo, I slid. What the hell?
At the 41. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and
This
running.
is
So I believe it was
bullshit.
2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
He's at 81 speed or some shit like that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And some room to maneuver. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Reset. Hey, easy.
Offensive line.
Oh my
wasn't
God,
set. There's the flag,
TJ Lang,
and
you
5 yards
fucking
back they go.
Quarterback
bitch.
has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have moved out in front. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out comes Minnesota, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Rivers throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it a second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Cluster, cluster, cluster. Is that 180? 380?
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Excuse me.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Alpha! Delta!
They'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
12.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Back to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run with Cook. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. Gronkowski the intended target. And now it's second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Now Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Back to throw, Rodgers. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Rivers to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage? You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Rivers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead.
I never touched this shit.
And everything is flipped in the other direction.
Yeah.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He sets to fire
What is
deep.
this, Tyler?
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. A gain of 3, second down. Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First throw of overtime for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's second down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there right through there.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Rodgers will try again on second down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And that's caught inside.
Fucking go, man.
And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward. And it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off. But in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart
guarding something else
and short, guarding the first down sticks and being able to make a play on the football, batted down.
A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Hauschka's kick is good.
Fucking D lineman guarding something else.
To 17. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive, they're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
Let's go.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Good. Round 80.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
On 3rd down, it's Cook. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd.
And a loose football.
Give me that. Let's fucking go.
We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for Green Bay, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions.
What was that?